guys. So, last video, I asked a question, and then I was also asked a question by a subscriber. And that's pretty much going to be the whole premise of this video. But before we get into that, here's some other clips.
Get ahead, looking out for someone like you. Maybe someday when I've grown older, I can see it all clear from above. Looking back on it all, maybe I can see what was broken. Ooh, but it's a lonely calling. Yeah, it's a lonely calling. I'm done trying to fix what is broken, 'cause my time is running out in the set. Ooh, I'm just a human in motion. Yeah, I'm looking ahead, looking out for someone like you. Maybe someday when I've grown older, I can see it all clear from above. Looking back on it all, maybe I can see what was broken. Ooh, but it's a lonely calling. Yeah, it's a lonely calling.
Okay, so the comment that I got was written by Phase. Yeah, okay. So it basically says, great video, Josh. Thank you. Hey, how do you go jumping between different boards all the time? I'm a beginner, 6 months skating, and sometimes find I get so dialed on the board I'm riding that when I switch to another, I feel really unsteady and almost have to learn that board again. Okay, so I answered the question, but I thought it was interesting. So I switch boards a lot, mainly because I just like to try things out. I get super curious, and I like that figuring it out process. I like having to relearn certain things. Even if I've already got it dialed, I kind of like that. However, you're 100% right. That pretty much affects me a lot. I just like to do it. But for this video, you're gonna see me messing up a trick that I would typically say that I have that like unlocked, that it's dialed, and that is a varial flip, which is part of the next topic. I asked any trick tips that people might want, and I got a response from Trey Penton that said varial flip, and my man, I've had that trick on lock on my Tesseract for a really long time, and I even got it on the Bust and Strike a couple times, but since I switched to this dancer board, dude, I don't got it, man. So check out these clips of me falling in just a second, and then I'll get back to Phase's question.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care, 'cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down I know I might be headed for tears, teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you.
All right, back to the adjusting to different setups. The one thing that I definitely recommend doing is keeping the same wheels or trucks and bushing setup that you would typically be riding, and then just switch that over to the other board. If you have something that's familiar, like the wheels, when it breaks traction, when it wants to grip up, things like that. If you have something that's familiar, it's going to be a little bit easier to get used to a new setup, as well as the trucks, how turny they are versus how leany they are. Calibers have a lot of lean, Paris's have a lot of turn. I like the turn because it keeps me from getting wheel bite. So yeah. Yeah, keep the similar setup that you would typically ride and then just put that on the other deck, and then it helps me when I'm riding a new board, which I do frequently. That being said, don't be scared of testing out other things because you don't know what you might like, but don't be afraid of not being able to land a certain trick, as you have just saw in my many attempts to land a trick that I know how to do. So yeah, no sweat, don't worry about it. It's something that happens. You know, you're getting used to things that you're not used to. Each board has its own shape and design and will rotate, flip, and maneuver itself a little bit differently than in the other board. The way that the base plate is on the truck has a little bit to play with that. Sometimes the wheel has a little bit to play with that. So yeah, that's why I typically like to ride smaller wheels, because I think it just flips faster. So yeah, that answers that question. Next topic is gonna be delayed for another couple seconds. Here's me not landing the trick.
Today's a shadow, it's a dream, haunted by the past. I can't escape the memory. I wanna run, I wanna be there. If I tell you why,
So some advice that I would give typically and usually follow when learning a new trick is to, if you're not landing it that day and your joints, knee, ankle, something is like starting to hurt really bad and you're just not landing it, yeah, your form is probably gonna get sloppier and sloppier. I typically like used to always have this method of I'm gonna just keep doing it until I land it. However, eventually that takes its tolls on your knees. So don't do that. Give your body time to rest and recover, and then go back to it. One thing that I like to do is give myself like 2 days off after I've like completely exhausted all of my ability to learn this trick. I usually try to give myself like 2 days off. I'll still like cruise on the board just to keep the foot familiarity. I hope that's the term that is used before, but just to keep that like learned and known. I'll try to do that every now and then, but I try to give myself at least 2 days off so that I can just recover, and then I'll go back into light skating, and then by the end of the week I'll give it another like shot where I can just exhaust my effort again. But the main reason for that is just allowing your body to recover. I've done it like exhausting all my effort one day and then going back the next day before my knees and ankles and thighs have recovered, and trying to do it the next day. And it doesn't work. Like you're not ready to start jumping that high anymore. You're not ready to absorb the impact. Like there's a couple clips in this video where like I went back to land the trick, and I would land on the board and literally like just roll off, fall, just slide on my butt. Because my like thighs were so just gassed out from trying that I just wasn't sticking the landing. Yeah, so typically I would follow that rule, but this was a trick that I thought I knew. I thought I had this one down, and well, I didn't. So I didn't land it in this video. So we're gonna have to do a video of just like going back at it, trying to get that trick down again. It's funny. Sometimes it feels like it wants to over rotate, and sometimes it doesn't feel like it rotates even close to enough. So yeah, we'll see. I think that's it, guys. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.
I can't let you go, baby.